Okay, your thoughts on the game?
Just one of those classic games of two halves, I'm afraid. We dominated the first 45 minutes. I would say created a lot of opportunities, came in deserved leaders 2-0. Delivered the team talk, expecting the performance to go as well. And unfortunately, Farnborough had something to say about that. They put on a very good second half performance for 30-35 minutes, dictated to us a little bit, and we had to change shape and make a couple of substitutions. So, a little bit disappointed in the overall 90, but really pleased with the first 45 minutes showing. We've got the stats back on the shots on target, and there's 11 out of 14 on target. So, you just can't concede 2 goals at home. That's the issue today.
What do you think went wrong in the second half?
I just think you have to give a bit of credit to Farnborough sometimes. The opposition has to make changes. They couldn't come out and play as poorly again. We were thoroughly, in terms of performance, dictating to Farnborough in the first 45. They made 2 substitutions, got a reaction from their players, and you have to give the opposition credit sometimes. Bit disappointed, with the performance of our players, in as much as keeping possession of the ball second 45 for 15-20 minutes. And when you have that period where you're up against it, you need to keep the clean sheet, and we didn't do that. And as soon as they scored one, Farnborough, I thought their tails were up, and we were up against it a little bit. And when the penalty came 2-2, you couldn't argue against it. I'm afraid it was a good comeback, but we made our substitutions and thought we dominated the last sort of 10-15 minutes, and maybe could have gone on to win.
Okay, Nick, you had a very good first half today, but then lost your way a little bit in the second half. What was your take on things?
Yeah, I think it was as you say. I thought the first half we were terrific. I thought the intensity. I thought we played some super stuff. But second half they came out, they changed their formation. It took us a little while to get to grips with that. There was, the emphasis of the game had changed, and that's when you've got to dig in. When you're 2-0 up at home, you should get the result. We didn't. We came away with a point when we were, hoping to get the 3 points. But, we'll take that. We'll take that point, and we'll move on from here.
Yeah, there's some nice points. Like for example, Chris Sessing getting his first goal for Dover. That would have done him a bit of good.
Yeah, I thought he was super first off. He really was, and he was, at the cutting end of all the things that we were creating. And just without Ricky at the moment, we haven't got that extra dimension in terms of width. But Chris did superbly well.
Yeah, and good for the second goal as well. Callum did very well initially, didn't he, to win the ball.
He did.
Send Sessing on away, and then he came back, and then
that's right. And it was composed finish from Baz. As I say, so we came in at half time, and sometimes I don't think it was a case of complacency, and many might think that it was, but I don't think it was, because these boys, we said to them, they'll come out at you first 10 minutes of the second half, and it will be a different game, and they knew that, and we knew that, and that was the case. But we just didn't quite get to grips. We weren't picking up as many second balls. We were getting overrun a little bit when they went 4-3-3, 3 in midfield with our 2. So it was disappointing. But as I said, that on another day we'd have scored more, because we had 14 chances, 11 on target. Their keeper made 3 super saves in the second half.
Yeah, you could have nicked it towards the end, couldn't you, as well?
You could have done, and but as I say, there are many positives there. As I say, from my point of view. Disappointed not to win, but there are also many positives.
Okay, Nicky, that's fine. Thank you.